Much love, y'all. So, today's topic is going to be about goddess activation, aka healing myself while experiencing a toxic relationship with my mother. All right, so first off, this is not a video to bash my mom, this is just a video to be realistic and authentic for people that might be going through the same situation as me. Um, so, I'm 27 now. And I've had my mom for all 27 years. And from the outside looking in, it could look like, a cool relationship to some people. To others, it might not look that way. But for me, what I noticed is, even for myself, I had to take a step back and really realize what kind of relationship me and my mother had. And it's definitely not something that I need in my life anymore, or something I will settle for anymore, because I am healing and I know what I'm worth, and I know what I am attracting in, what I want in my reality. And that relationship is not something that I want anymore. So let's talk about the beginning, right? So in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. Now I'm just playing. But he did, right? So my parents were married, then they got divorced. When I was younger, I can remember having a normal relationship with my mom, always all up under her, just looking up to her. I never seen any flaws in my mother. I never seen anything wrong with my mother until I believe she started pointing them out to me. What I've been doing lately to kind of heal this is just writing out, my experience with my mom to kind of break it down. This relationship with my mom is very important because I am a mom now. And I understand and I understand that if I hold on to a toxic relationship with my mom, it definitely can trickle down to my daughter. The disrespect will be around my daughter, and it could be about or towards my daughter, and I'm not having that. I'm not having no disrespect towards me. Again, this is not a video to bash my mom. This is just showing you guys how important it is to know how to stand up to yourself. It does not matter who the bully is. Stand up for yourself. It's very important. And when you cut off things that don't serve you, you attract in beautiful things that you always wanted in your reality, right? So, again, I never seen flaws in my mom. I always looked up to my mom because that's my mom and I'm her daughter. And over time, which I was able to see a lot clearly through after I didn't live with her anymore, and after I grew up, and especially after I had my daughter, that the relationship we had was not normal. It was normal because a lot of moms have these relationships with their daughters, but it's not normal in my sense because that's not how I'm supposed to be loved. And I learned that from my birth chart. Check out your birth chart, y'all. I keep telling y'all this. It's very important. In my birth chart, it told me that I would not have the relationship that I wanted with my mom. It told me that, that is so cool. It told me that I would not feel loved the way I was supposed to be loved by my mom. It even told me that my mom might even be jealous of me. And it's very interesting that my mom has an energy of being jealous of me. It's the words that comes out of her mouth. The same words come out of her mouth that come out of haters' mouth. Okay, that dislike me. So I'm just like, that's something is not right here. And she's not the only person in my family that does this, but this video is for my mom. And the relationship I have with my mom, and how important it is to disconnect from that relationship unless it comes up to my standards. And me and my mother had this conversation. I told her this multiple times. I guess she didn't think I was about that life, because I've had the conversation before, and I've went through the phase of cutting her off before, and then I went back to talking to her again. But now I'm in a state where I'm just like, I'm really putting myself first. The world is about to end. I pray nobody gets hurt, or I pray I don't lose anybody during the process of me keeping my space right now. But it's very important that I know who I am because of the times right now. That makes sense. So, my mom would, it's hard to say she would bully us, but she went through her own personal stuff. This is why this is not to bash her. I've learned to have a lot of compassion towards her, both my parents really, because they went through the stuff that they went through, and I wasn't there to experience it or really see it. And that generation, they don't really like to talk about their past or what they went through. They feel like, well, what I've been told from both of them is like, I'm going to take that information and use it against them. I don't know where they got that from. A lot of that generation, they take the stuff that happened to them and they put it on their children. That's generational trauma. Okay, that's how that works. So again, this is the importance of me releasing that relationship with my mom, because I'm not putting that generational trauma on my daughter. I am the generational curse breaker. That is my title. And it's a lot of y'all title. So do what you got to do. If somebody else's feelings got hurt or gets hurt, did they care about your feelings? Nobody that I'm cutting off right now gave a fuck about my feelings, okay? And if they say they did, they lying, because they don't even love themselves. A lot of these people, including my mom, and a lot of people in your life, don't love themselves, and this is why they treat you that way. So when you get into a phase where you start to love yourself and you start to see what hate looks like or fear looks like, because the opposite of love is fear, you know better than to keep that around you, especially when you're leveling up to a goddess status. You change what you eat, you change how you speak, you change what you wear, you change how you walk, you change how, you know what I mean? It's a lot of things you change. So in that changing process, you have to release old habits so that you can become anew. And the relationship with my mom was very important to release. There was a lot of disrespect there, a lot of demeaning. I would constantly get, I'm not an adult, or, stay in a child's place, or not so much when I'm older, but if y'all know a good edge control, y'all let me know, because I really dislike this edge control. It does okay, and I need a haircut, but I'm sorry. I need a haircut, but I'm still cute because I'm a goddess. Again, all of that right there, that is something that I can attract from just being around my mom. So when I was younger, she would constantly bash herself and not call herself beautiful. And over time, to me, she didn't look beautiful anymore. Like, she started to stay in that energy of what she felt she was. And I felt the energy. It never felt pure. It never felt good. It didn't matter how many times we were forced to go to church. It didn't matter, what her title was in the church. It didn't matter. It's like, she didn't work on herself. She chooses not to work on herself. And through my process, I'm getting bashed and told that I worship the devil, whatever the case may be. That's her belief. That's okay. But I would never do that to somebody. And that's not something I want somebody to do to me, And if I was to do it to her, or mostly any of these people, they would not be able to handle it. So instead of me fighting back or clapping back, my clap back is to withdraw myself from the situation, because I'm better than that. Simple, right? You don't always have to throw a fist to win the battle. Sometimes if you just have good strategy, you will succeed. So I work on my strategy instead of working on losing all my energy on somebody that doesn't really love me. I spent time with this woman, talking to this woman about just things I went through, and she would even say things like, "You still healing? Healing is a process, baby boo. If you're not healing, you wouldn't understand, you wouldn't get it." So it's like, talking to a brick wall. If people are not going through what you're going through, they're not going to understand you. And I've been in a place where I'm manifesting my reality and doing what I want to do. And everybody that I attract into my world, they understand me. And when I have these conversations and I talk about where I come from, they understand me. And it makes me feel, see that sun? It makes me feel like it's all right. That's God shining on me. Like, it's okay, baby. Look at that. It's all right. There you go, butterfly. Hi. It's all right. Like, I couldn't see butterflies before because I have people around me that just, don't see butterflies. But when you start changing your tribe and you start being around people who see butterflies, it's a beautiful thing. So I give thanks for my experience and where I'm at now. But the reason why I had to have this conversation and to share this with y'all is because, one, I was told by my guides and my ancestors that I'm not sharing enough. Two, because I need to release this. This doesn't have nothing to do with me. And y'all might have relationships. Might not be your mom, might be other people. But that emotion and those feelings don't have anything to do with you. And I'm strong. I know I'm strong. And I'll be damned. I don't know if that's the right word, but nobody's gonna put no spells over me. They're not gonna put me down anymore. They're not going to make me feel like I'm not enough anymore, because I'm not with that. And I'm better than that, and I'm greater than that, and I know where I'm going. And it's important that you guys know this about yourself, and you have this confidence about yourself, especially if you have children. Like, my daughter is awesome. I would never try to talk down to her or demean her or be jealous of her. You know, I've noticed that a lot of generations that are older, they're really jealous of younger generations because they're just younger. Like, you know, time is inevitable. It's not real. It is how you look at it. You know what I mean? Um, Everybody at a certain age will have their disadvantages. I noticed that with my daughter. Like, she's a genius. That child is so smart, but she has her disadvantages because she just got here. You know, now I may be a genius, but I have my disadvantage because I've been here a while. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's different. You just gotta enjoy yourself where you're at, and I'm learning how to enjoy myself in the moment and where I'm at, so that I can live my life. I can just enjoy my life. I'm tired of not loving my life or enjoying my life, and I'm tired of keeping people around me that don't enjoy their life. So my mom, again, it's not burning bridges, but it's kind of putting up a roadblock right now. It's like you don't have access right now. Until you act right, you don't have access right now. And again, it's not being bitter. It's standing up for myself. It's having the courage to have strength to stand up for myself and to create boundaries for myself. And this is not just with her. This will be with everybody, anybody that comes into my reality from now on. Now, when you start to become of that vibration, you will notice the people that you attract, they have that same vibration, and they understand and they respect you. The people that don't, they are not vibrating on your same frequency. They don't understand you, and they will not respect you. And that's okay. That's okay. Now, if you see this video and you might be in my family and you fear that I'm coming for you, I might be. Don't take it personally. Like, take this and learn from it. Like, hear my words instead of taking everything personally. Like, I've learned how to not take things personally so much. Like, and I still do, but I have to check myself and be like, you know, was that out of love that person was saying, or was that out of, you know, hate or fear? You know what I'm saying? And with the people that I'm attracting now, it's very important that I do that, because I came from a space where it hasn't been out of love. So now I'm coming into a space where I attract people that they talk to me out of love. Some still talk out of fear, but most of the time, because I've worked on myself and I know my power, I know the difference between that. But either way, I give thanks for my experience. I give thanks for the relationship I have or had with my mother. It's not staying like that. It's not welcome in my reality. My daughter will not experience. I don't care how people think I am for doing this or how she may feel, but unless you come to me correct on my level with respect, you don't just walk up to a queen talking no craziness. Nah, you will get beheaded. Do you feel me? I'm not gonna behead my mom, but you know, she might be put in a dungeon or something, you know what I'm saying? But for real, like, I'm not saying have no mercy, but nah, it's time that y'all have no mercy. It's time that y'all take y'all power back. It's time that the ninjas come out. It's time that, you know, the Avengers arrange, whatever you look at yourself as, okay? The dragons blow flames. Like, we need to stop holding back our energy for other people who don't love us. And they don't plan on ever loving us the way we need to be loved, even if we express that to them. Know your power. Know your worth. It does not matter who these people are. It does not matter who these places are. It could be a habit. It does not matter. You can let them go. Better things will come in. Okay? Newer things, greater things will come in for you. You just have to have faith and continue to work on yourself. Chase the goals that you want to chase and allow nobody to block your way or to stand in your way. I was told with my mother that if I don't heal this, or if I don't deal with this correctly, it will come out in every relationship that I have. You know, it could be an envious nature. It could be a jealous nature. You know, she told me that she didn't think I could take care of my child. And, you know, I met a crew of people that said, you're not supposed to take care of your child alone. That's not even something that somebody should tell you. It takes a community and a village to raise your child. Are they not helping you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different world out here when you let go of things that don't serve you anymore. Okay? So I send you lots of love and lots of light and lots of healing energy. for this is it may be important that you tap into that dark energy, to that potent energy, to feel that strength or to release what you have to release. You are both dark and light, so don't be afraid of dark energy that they claim is the devil. Okay? Do your research, learn yourself, know your wealth, know your health. Alright? And do what makes you happy, do what you enjoy. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I might have to say on this topic. I don't really like to linger on stuff like this, so I really don't want to try to make these videos too long. I like to release them and say what I have to say so that you guys understand where I'm coming from and keep it moving. Alright? So I hope that this video relates to you and it helps. God is S.E.B, tuning out. Much love.